I'm Kenzie, and we are going behind the scenes with Hailey Strader, set designer for Human Resources, the musical. Hailey, you are a physical set designer, a scenic painter, a graphic designer, and a digital artist.
That's why I loved working on the show so much. It was like a perfect blend of like my two worlds that I already work in.
What was it like to do sets for a virtual theatrical production? Can you walk us through the process?
So our process at the beginning went from talking to Mallory into researching some different ideas for each scene. I did a lot of research into New York because the show is set in New York. You know, at the beginning when we have the Park Slope Mom song and Emily's, getting on the train and she's getting off at these stops. At some points, I literally went in to Google Maps and was like doing the street view, like walking through the streets and like screenshotting. And then from research, we went into a mock-up space, and mock-ups were essentially just my sketch, something that I can show the team and be like, hey, this is what I'm looking at if anybody has any major objections.
Big potatoes.
So we go from mock-ups into the final iterations of what the backgrounds are, and that's where I add in all of the color. I, sometimes depending on the scene and depending on how well my sketch was at the beginning, sometimes I redraw the outline sketch. That's pretty much it.
Can you think of any advantages of virtual set design?
Oftentimes you don't get to look at the details when you're doing a physical theater space. But because we're so much closer, we're able to like put in those details that we might not be able to play with before. So as time goes on in the office, more and more sticky notes get put on because whoever's working there has been working there for longer. There is a poster that changes depending on the season.
The fertilest of fertiles! Isabel! You're invited, you're invited, you're invited to a baby shower. I can smell pheromones. What?
What surprised you the most about working on this production?
I had a different expectation for myself of working on this show and being like, oh, is it really gonna feel like I'm working on an actual theater show? I've never even met anybody in real life who's ever worked on this show before. But what's so surprising is that I truly feel like I am working with a group of people that I've like grown with in this show, and it really feels like a true theatrical community. How many other people are doing a live virtual musical? That's just crazy. All of the sound designers are working through all of these different programs. I mean, actors act on Zoom, we call cues on Discord, and then it gets streamed to YouTube. Like, it's crazy. So, you should see the show.
Don't you want something bigger than you?